Hello, everyone. My name is Alicia, and I'm so glad you're here to join me for this 1 hour vinyasa flow. Today, we're going to focus on the hips. So, I know everybody needs some hip love. We've all been stressing out. It's about to be that holiday season, but I want to make sure that we get nice and juicy into our hips. I want you to be able to feel a difference in your hips by the time you leave here. All right. So if you're new to yoga, if you're a seasoned vet, whatever it is, I just want you to be able to try everything. I have modifications and I also have some up levels. All right. What you'll need is a block, some water, a nice towel, just in case it gets a little sweaty. Other than that, hopefully you're ready to go. We're going to start laying down on our bellies facing the front. So starting laying down, bring your hands to pretty much right underneath your chin and just close your eyes and lay down. Untuck your toes, relax your belly into the floor, and just breathe nice and deep. Think about a full count inhale, full count exhale. Bringing yourself into this space, letting whatever's happening go on outside, let it happen outside. All right, let's start with some cleansing breath. Take a nice big inhale. Hold. Take a little more in. Open your mouth and sigh it out. Good. Really let your belly inflate here. Inhale. Hold it. Open your mouth, sigh it out. Last one like that. Big inhale. This time, close your mouth, out your nose. Keep breathing in and out your nose. Start to make that slight restriction in the back of your throat. That Ujjayi breath, that Darth Vader breath we all kind of like. It's going to help build heat in our bodies, as well as help remind us not to necessarily be gasping for air. Anytime that you need, you can always come to a resting position, child's pose, this pose, or any other thing that feels good if you find yourself out of breath. All right, so now have your left cheek on the mat or on your hands. Slide your right knee out to the side of the room. Let's go ahead and get it started. So we're going to come to a nice, easy hip opener. Your right foot is right underneath your right knee, or your right ankle's right underneath your right knee. It's creating a 90-degree. I used to call it Captain Morgan, but I don't think anybody knows what that is anymore. But breathe nice and deep. You should feel a nice subtle opening your hip. If you want to get a little bit deeper, open your hip, slide your knee out a little bit further to the right-hand side. Think about squeezing your right butt cheek, pressing your hip in their hip crease down to the floor. Nice and simple. Give about 3 more big breaths here. Big inhale. Big exhale. Big inhale. Send the breath into the right hip crease. One more time. Big inhale. And exhale. Slowly start to lift your head. Come up to your forearms, but keep your legs exactly the same place they were. So coming up onto your forearms, I want you to pull your chest forward, press the inside hip crease down to the floor. This is going to intensify it a little bit. You're opening the front line of fascia. Shoulders away from the ears so we're not shrugging. Now, if you feel good, you can always strain through the arms and lift the chest a little higher. If that is too much and you feel this on your low back, you can always come right back down to your forearms. All right, now, while you're here, I want to see if you can lift your foot up and down. You can always place a towel underneath your knee if you find this a little bit harder. because eventually you want to be able to lift your foot all the way up and all the way down. But it may not happen. Derek immediately shook his head and was like, no. And that's okay. That's why we're here. All right. Now keep your foot down. Slowly come down to your pillow again. Slide your right leg back to meet your left. Shake your hips from side to side. One hip feels fantastic. All right, now switch your cheek. Slide your left knee out. Same exact thing on the other side. Slide your left knee out. Inside hip crease presses down. Notice the difference in your side. Your body and the sides of your body they're not clones, they're like twins. And typically, there's always one evil. So there's one always going to be a little bit more tighter than the other. They do not have to be equal. Everything we do is almost unilateral. The way we get out of cars, the way we step into something. Every time you go upstairs, you step with the same foot. Breathe deep into that left hip. And if all else fails in the practice, if you just want to sit here and listen to music, feel free. Slide your left knee out a little further. Start to notice if it's talking to you. Deepen the breath and send the breath into your left hip crease. About 3 to 4 more big breaths on this side. Yes. 2 more breaths. All right. Start to go into your forearms. Lift your chest. Stay right here. Just pull the chest forward. That's all you got to do. Relax your shoulders away from your ears so we're not creating tension in your trapezia. All right, so now, remember, flex the toes. Let's see if you can lift your foot up. Let's see the difference in this side. See, one side's going to be like, yes. The other side's going to be like, no. Or they're both like, no. It's okay. Sometimes my hips are like a maybe. Strong maybe. All right, give me one more time lifting it up. This is your internal rotator. This is your ability to change direction. So now keep it here. Come back down to your forearms. Come back down to your face. And then slide your left leg back to meet your right. Shake your hips from side to side. Let it feel good. All right, now glue your feet together like a mermaid or a merman. Bring both hands underneath your shoulders like a push-up. Bring your nose down to the mat. Squeeze your elbows in, shoulders away from the ears. Inhale, lift your chest 2 to 3 inches off the ground. Exhale, come back down. All right, let's go again. Lift it up a little higher. Inhale. Exhale, come back down. All right, now if you feel good, I want you to lift a little bit higher, almost straightening through the arms, but keep your pelvic bone or your hips on the ground. Squeeze your belly up and in. Stay for the exhale. One more inhale, open your chest, roll it back, and exhale, come back down. All right, let's have some fun. Keep your feet together, glued together. We're gonna straighten your arms again. Inhale, straighten the arms. Now with your left arm nice and long, roll over to your left side. Keep your arm as long as you possibly can. Let this dip open up your left lat. Breathe into it, press into your left hand as much as you can, shoulders away from the ear. You should feel a nice opening in your side body. Big deep breaths into your left side. One more big inhale. Exhale, come back down to your belly. Back down to center. Beautiful. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. Press up. Inhale. Roll over to the right side this time. So you can see the posterior side of me. Noticing this hip is opening up. Straightening through my arm. Triceps turned on. Feel a nice opening. Every time I'm breathing, I'm expanding in my right side body. Big inhale, stay for the exhale. One more big inhale. And exhale, come back down to the floor. Good. Now tuck your toes, squeeze your belly up and in. Bend your knees, come up to a tabletop position. Adjust whatever you need to, start to move around. Neck circles, hip circles. We're gonna have some fun here. All right, so first, I know we're talking about hips, but we gotta get the shoulders, we gotta get a little of the wrists. So I want you to turn your fingertips to face you. Turn your fingertips to face you. Palms are still facing down. Elbow creases are facing forward. Good. So, I was about to say, if you feel like you look like a seal, you're not wrong. But, that's not what we're going for. So I want you to make some small circles. We're getting to the carpal tunnels of our wrists. A lot of chaturangas, a lot of holding in down dog. If we don't put foot stacked. There we go. Lift up through the hips. Stay here and bend and grab onto your right foot if you can. Press your heel away from your glute. Press your pelvic bone towards where your chest is facing. Oh, feel a nice opening in your front psoas. We'll get there, I promise. One more big inhale. Stay for the exhale. Inhale, extend it back out. Find your balance here. Exhale, both hands down, both knees down. Shake it out. Whatever feels good. There we go. All right, let's come into our first downward facing dog. Tuck your toes. Fingertips spread out wide. Turn your hands slightly out, especially if you have tight shoulders. Hover your knees and then send your hips back. Press your chest back and pedal your feet out. Walk your dog.
Sweet life, sweet life, sweet life.
Sweet life. All right, press your chest. Shoulders away from the ears, so I want you to make sure that you can look from side to side without your face hitting your arms. All right, let your chest hang toward your belly and thighs. Gaze in between your knees. Inhale, come onto your tippy toes. Stay there, press your chest back. Exhale, heels come down to the ground. Keep your chest pressing toward your thighs. One more time, inhale onto your tippy toes. Stay there, press your chest back. Exhale, heels come down to the ground. All right, take a nice inhale onto your tippy toes. Look forward. Walk your feet to your hands. It's okay if your hands come off the ground or you need to bend your knees. That's also okay too. Once you get here, feet are in between your hands. Spread your feet hip distance apart. Take your hands and clasp them behind your neck. Now, once you're here, squeeze your elbows in. Now pull your head down. So what you're doing is tracking your cervical spine, your neck. Let that feel good. You can straighten through the legs if you want to get deeper into the back side of your legs. Or you can bend them if you feel it. It's like, ooh, hamstring. All right, take one more big inhale. Exhale, release the hands. All right. So now I want you to bring your heels to your feet together. Starting to move a little bit more. Inhale, come onto your shins, hands to your shins. Flat spine, shoulders roll back, belly up and in. Good. Exhale, forward, fold. Let's do that again. Inhale, halfway lift. If your hands can stay in touch with the floor, feel free to do that. But make sure your back stays flat. Exhale, forward, fold. One more time. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, let it go. Inhale, reach up, rise up, hands to the sky. Grab your left wrist. I'm gonna face you. Float over to the right side. Good. Inhale, back to center. Take it over to the side. Really feel this nice side opening. Inhale, up and back. Cactus your arms. Open your chest. Oh, my chest pops. I love it. Exhale, forward fold. Now bring your hands back down to the floor. Bend your knees on the way down. Inhale, halfway lift, hands to shins. Exhale, plant your hands. Step back to a high plank. Your first big high plank here. Fingertips spread out wide. Round your upper back like you're doing almost like a cat, but in a plank. Shift your weight forward. If you need to drop your knees, you can always drop your knees, but I want you to keep your hips facing forward. Lower down, halfway. This is your chaturanga. If that's not possible, come all the way down to your belly. Inhale, pull your chest through. Upward facing dog, or you can go to either back bend we have done earlier. Big inhale, tuck your toes. Let's go downward facing dog. That's the slowest we're ever going to do that. So, get your life together, because we're going to start moving. Everybody take a nice inhale. Open your mouth side out. Let's move. Inhale, look forward, bend your knees. Hop, jump, step, float your feet to your hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reach up, rise up, hands to the sky. Grab your left wrist. Exhale, float over to the right. You got it. Inhale, back to center. Take it over to the other side. Yes. Inhale, up and back. Cactus your arms. Open your chest. Oh. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Flat spine, hands to shins. Step back to a high plank. Inhale. Exhale, lower down halfway. Drop the knees if you need to. Lower down. Inhale, pull your chest forward. Good. Exhale, downward facing dog. Okay, we moving. Everybody take a nice inhale. Look forward. Hop, jump, step, exhale. Front of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift, flat spine. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reach up, rise up, hands to the sky. Grab your left wrist, float it over to the right. We got it, we're moving. Inhale back to center. Take it to the other side. Inhale, up and back, cactus your arms, open your chest. Exhale, forward fold, hands down to the ground. Inhale, halfway lift. Go through your vinyasa high to low. Pull your chest through. Exhale, downward facing dog. Yes, Derek. Keep moving, we got 2 more rounds. Inhale, look forward, warming up the spine. Hop, jump, step, float. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Reach up, rise up, hands to the sky. Grab your left wrist, exhale, float it over. Inhale, back to center. Switch it up, take it over. Inhale, up and back, cactus your arms, open your chest. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway, flat spine. Jump back, step back, go through your vinyasa. You can always skip and go straight to downward facing dog. Last one, look forward. Hop, jump, step, float. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Reach up, rise up, hands to the sky. Last time, grab the left wrist, float it over to the right. Back to center, go taller. Take it over to the other side. Inhale, up and back, cactus the arms, open the chest, maybe you drop your head. Exhale, forward fold, hands down to the ground. Inhale, halfway lift, flat spine. Plant your hands, jump back, step back, float back. Pull chest through. Downward facing dog, hold right here, big inhale. Open your mouth and let it go. Like I said, anytime you just want to groove and dance a little bit, feel free to do so. All right, let's change it up a little bit. Everybody bring your feet together at the back of your mat. Keep pressing your chest back, right leg goes up to the sky. For the first round, I want you to bend your knees, stack your hips. Keep your right shoulder blade facing down and lift your right knee up a little higher. Shake it out, man, shake it out, I see it. All right, bring your knee to your nose, round the upper back like that cat-cow. Inhale, back up and stack your hips. Step your right foot in between your hands. If it doesn't get there, just pick it up and move it. Good, place your back knee down, untuck your toe. All right, we're good. Now lift your chest up, press your pelvic bone forward. Bring your hands or your elbows onto your thigh. Press your pelvic bone forward. Stay right there, I'm gonna change direction so you can kind of see everything that's happening here. All right, so we're getting into the left psoas. This is your left psoas, which is connected to your lumbar spine. I'm gonna nerd out on y'all for a second. So when you're sitting all the time, like most of us do, your hips kind of get tight. And then everybody starts to feel, they're like, oh, my low back, oh, my back. It's actually your hips. For most of the time, it's your hips. Because they're so tight that they're pulling on the origin. Think about a vacuum cleaner. And then when there's knots in the vacuum cleaner, you don't feel it there. You feel it when you're running out of cord and it's pulling from the wall. That's the best way I can, like, let's say, explain it. Hopefully that makes sense. But everybody reach your left arm up to the sky. Reach it over to the right side. Feel a nice opening in the front line of fascia here. Now reach both arms up to the sky. Big inhale. Good. Exhale, bring your hands down to the ground. All right, so now we're gonna straighten our leg. We're gonna get to the back of our hamstring here. Good. Flex your toes back towards your face. Now shift back forward. Let's keep moving through this. Inhale, send it back. Exhale, brings it forward. Keep moving back and forth. I feel you know what's happening when the music picks up. All right. Now everybody hold it back, lengthen your torso. Inhale, lengthen. Turn your toes to the right. It's not gonna be fun, but you're gonna exhale and fold over. So what that looks like from a front view, you stay right there. I turn my toes to the right, and then I fold it over. So now you feel your IT band, which is going out the side. If you feel that, go ahead and just give me a little nod. I know you feel it. Yeah, straighten the right leg. He's like, yeah, I feel it. All right, toes come back up. Stay right there. All right, so now left hand's gonna stay down. Right arm goes up to the sky. All right, you stay right there. I'm gonna show you what's happening here. I want you to open the right knee away from the chest. Reach your right arm up to the sky. Yes, you should feel all this right here opening up. Take one more big inhale. Good. Exhale, frame your foot. Lift your back knee, tuck your toe. Step your right foot back, meet your left, and go through your vinyasa high to low. Full chest through. And downward facing dog, hips go up and up. All right, let's get it. Left leg goes up to the sky. Bend your knee and stack your hips. Remember, keep pressing your chest back. So press the weight into your base knuckles of your hands, not into your heel of your hand. Big inhale. Touch your knee to your nose. Round it. Kiss it if you love it. Back up to the sky, stack your hips. Step your left foot in between your hands. Back knee down, untuck your toe. All right, so remember, if you don't get it there, pick it up and move it. It's fine, it's yours. Somebody else. Hands onto the thigh. Press your pelvic bone forward. Move in and out of it. Make it. That's what I'm saying. If you like to dance, do yoga. All right, now lift your chest. Right arm comes up to the sky. Reach it over to the left side. Keep pressing your pelvic bone forward. Keep leaning forward into this hip. Yes. One more big inhale. Stay for your exhale. Inhale, both arms come up to the sky. Ooh. Exhale, hands down to the ground. Let's go back and forth. Straight leg and bent leg. Try to keep your belly on your thigh. Yes. Open and close. You know what's about to happen, and we're going to see which one of your hamstrings is tighter. All right, next time you're back, I want you to hold it back, lengthening your torso. Pull your toes back towards your face and fold over. Breathe into the back of your leg. If you have never felt this before, say hello to your hamstrings. Be like, hello, strings. How are you? I've never met you before. Are you related to me? Yes. Well, quite I am. And then y'all can have a whole little conversation. Now lengthen torso. Turn your toes to the left. Remember, turning the toes to the left, gonna get the IT band and fold over again. Ooh. Yes. Say hello if you've never met your IT band. We're just gonna meet you. It's the holidays. You're meeting all your family. Toes come back up. All right, shift forward, right hand down. Left arm comes up to the sky. So I'm stacking my shoulders on top of each other. And then I'm going to open up so you can see me from the front. Turning my left toes out to the left side of the room. Opening my chest away. Still letting my hips dip. Yes. Take one more big inhale. Beautiful. Both hands come down. Tuck your toe. Step it back. High plank. Let's go through your vinyasa. Lower down. Good. Now the hips are warm. Whew. Everybody take a nice big inhale. Make a sound and let it go. All right, let's build onto this a little bit, okay? So now bring your feet back together. We're going to go back into that right side. Right leg goes up to the sky. Bend your knee and stack your hips. Exhale, bring your knee to your nose. Round your back. Maybe you kiss it. Inhale, stack it back up to the sky. Step your right foot in between your hands. Bring your back knee down and tuck your toe. Inhale, both arms up to the sky just for a second. Exhale, half split. Good. Straighten your right leg. Inhale, left hand down, right arm up to the sky. So we're going to easy twist. This time I want you to pick up your back leg. Back knee lifts, back toes are tucked. Rotate to the blade of your left foot and stack your hips and stack your shoulders. Let's come into a side plank. If you need to modify, we're back where we originally started with one knee down and one up, or you can lift it up and stack it. Press the floor away. Try to gaze up. One more big inhale. Exhale, go through your vinyasa. Right hand comes down. Pull chest through. Hey. There we go. Good job. Let's go straight into the left side. We're moving now. Left leg goes up to the sky. Bend your knees, stack your hips. Good. Left knee, nose, touch it. Round the back. Back up to the sky. Step your left foot in between your hands. Back knee down and tuck your toe. Inhale the arms up to the sky. One breath. Exhale, half split. One breath. Inhale, easy twist. Tuck your back toe, lift your back knee. Stack it. Here's a modification. You can also bring the foot behind as you lift up the hips. almost like a wild thing. One more big inhale, or you can keep the foot floating and go through your vinyasa. Shift it back forward. Maybe the foot stays floating if you're feeling good. Yes, I see it, Derek. Downward facing dog. Everybody, big inhale. Open your mouth and let it go. All right, let's make it a little bit harder now. Inhale, right leg goes back up to the sky. Bend your knee. Don't get scared. I promise it's gonna be good. Knee to nose. Right leg back up to the sky, stack it. Step your right foot in between your hands. This time, keep your back knee lifted. Keep your back toes tucked. Bend your back knee just a little bit to protect your low spine. Inhale the arms up to the sky. Yeah. So, you can either be super wide stance. See how my back knee is on, my back foot heel is on top of my toe crease, and my arms are up. Or, if this bothers my low back, I feel like I'm straining, I can bend my back knee, get my shoulders on top of my hips, and sit low. Take a nice inhale, and I want you to straighten both legs. Exhale, fold over. If you have blocks and you cannot touch the floor, grab the blocks. They're your friends. They just make the floor closer. Beautiful. Inhale, lengthen your torso. If you want more out of this stretch, pick up the ball of your foot. Exhale, fold over your right leg. Good. Here's the fun part. Bend your right knee again, left hand down. Keep the back knee lifted. Right arm goes up to the sky. Easy twist. All right, here's the fun part. I want you to stack your hips, stack your shoulders, just like we did before. Coming into the side plank. Your feet can also be side by side if you would like another modification. Lift your hips up. Oh, I know, but don't get too excited. I want you to pick the right foot back where you got it. Step it back where you got it. What? Both hands come down to the floor. Lift your back leg. Flex your foot. Now start to slowly pick your hands off of the floor, lifting your chest, creating a capital T with your body. Close your hips. This is exactly what we were doing. We were like on the floor. Focus on one spot. Keep the neck neutral. Chest is lifted. One more big inhale. Stay for your exhale. Slowly stand up. Bring your left knee into your chest. Breathe. Bring your left foot on top of your thigh. It's going to suck a little bit, but we all know how to sit down. So, slowly start to sit down. You need to adjust your foot. Feel free. Sit your hips back and down. Focus on one spot that's not moving. Yes! Get it! I see it. Wobble, wobble, wobble. There we go. Focus on it. Give me 2 more big breaths here. Slowly stand up. Bring your left knee into your chest. Slowly step the left foot to the back of your mat as you bring your hands down to the ground. Yes, let it feel good. All right, right leg goes up to the sky. Shake it out a little bit. Shift your weight forward, downward facing dog, or go through your vinyasa, high to low. Pull your chest through. Same thing, other side. Last round here. Everybody take a nice big inhale. Make a sound and let it go. All right, let's lift the left leg up to the sky. Bend the knees, stack the hips. All right, knee to nose, round it. Kiss it. Stack it. Step your left foot in between your hands. Back knee stays lifted, back heel stays lifted. Remember, spacing, if you want it to be nice and wide, get the heel on top of the toe crease and slowly rise up. If this is too much for your low back, bend the knee, tuck the pelvic bone underneath, then reach your arms up to the sky. Make sure this knee is on top of the ankle. Good. Now, smile. You look so upset. There we go. Okay. Take a nice inhale, straighten through your left leg. Fold over your left leg. Maybe your hands come down to the floor. Maybe they come down to blocks. Lengthen your torso and fold over. Maybe you lift the ball of your foot to make it a little more challenging. If you're like, nah, Alicia, I don't need no more challenge. Then stay right here. One more big inhale. Stay for your exhale. You know what's about to happen next. Right hand comes down. Bend your left knee. Left arm comes up to the sky. All right, you know what's going to happen. I'm going to change the direction so you can see me. Now, left leg is going to stack on top of the right. Modify, you can drop the knee, you can drop the foot behind you, you can stack the feet on top, or you can amplify by lifting the foot. You've got it, beautiful. Pick your left foot up, step it back where you got it from. It's like Twister. Now square your hips, square your shoulders, pick your right foot up first. Turn on the leg by pointing or flexing the foot, and slowly start to lift your chest. Flex the foot and breathe. It's okay if your hands are still touching blocks underneath you, but I want you to have a little up dog in your chest. One more inhale. Stay for your exhale. Slowly start to stand up, bringing your right knee into your chest. Yes. Stay right there. I'm going to show you. Stay right there. Keep the foot lifted. Now, put your foot on top of the thigh. Yes. It's like you're a fancy man or woman, and you're just sitting down. That's it. Notice what happens. Flex your foot. And focus on one spot that's not moving. Yeah. 2 more breaths. Stay exactly where you are. Stay exactly where you are. All right. Actually, I go this way. Inhale, stand up, bring your knee into your chest. Now, slowly step the right foot to the back of your mat as your hands come down to the floor. You're in your low lunge. Left leg goes up to the sky. You can shake it out, wiggle it if you need to. Shift your weight forward, lower down. Inhale, pull your chest through. Yes. Downward facing dog. Let that feel good. Big inhale. Open your mouth and sigh it out. Yes. All right. Let's get into the hips just a little bit more. So it's going to sound weird. I want you to lift your left leg up to the sky. Step your left foot in between your hands. Now walk your hands over towards the middle of your mat, the long edge of your mat. Both sets of toes are going to be facing the right. Hands are underneath your shoulders. Inhale, lengthen your torso. And now exhale, fold over. Maybe you start to walk your hands through your legs. Or maybe you ragdoll, grabbing opposite elbows. Or if you want to come back to that traction of the neck, you can always come back to the traction of the neck. Feel a nice stretch in the back of your thighs. More breaths here, relaxing the head. Maybe shake your head yes. Shake your head no. Alright, bring your hands underneath your shoulders. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Now bring your hands onto your hips. Strong flat back. Inhale, slowly rise all the way up. Yes, beautiful. Now turn your toes out. Toes out. Bend your knees. So I'm from Texas, and we call this horse stance. Other people may call this goddess squats, whatever. But sit down like you're sitting on a horse. So you can always move side to side here, because we're going to get a little deeper into it. Start to spread your hands. Bring your hands onto your thighs. All right, so now I'm going to bring my right hand on the inside, or I can also bring my forearm. And I want to look past my left shoulder as I press my right arm into my right thigh. I can use my forearm, or I can use my hand. Try to sit as low as you can and breathe into your right side. You can always add some wiggles. Don't feel like you can't add wiggles. All right, inhale, come back up to center. Let's switch your sides.
When there's someone spoke, I listened. All of a sudden has less and less to say.
Pressing the knee away from you. Really feeling a nice stretch in the inner groin, which we're going to get deeper into in a second.
All this time, I've lived vicariously.
All right, now slowly straighten both legs, fold over one more time. Let that feel good. So a nice little opening in your hips. All right, now walk your hands back over to the left, back to the front of your mat. Place your back knee down, untuck your toe. Both arms are going to be on the inside of your left leg. Good, we're coming into lizard. So your left knee on top of your ankle. Walk your arms on the inside. Slide your right knee back a little more so your hips are floating forward. We were kind of in this pose earlier, but we're gonna make it a little more chill. So stay there, and I want to show you, I want your toes to turn to the left. Let me see if you can see me. Toes to turn to the left. There we go. Now come down to your forearms, lift your foot, the inside of your foot off the ground. So if you need to, you can always grab on a block in any level that feels good. And we're just gonna chill here for a second. And all you need to do is breathe. Any level on the block that feels good. Any movement that naturally feels good. Relax your head and just breathe. Bring the shoulders away from the ears. About 5 to 8 more big breaths here.
Is it possible you were hurting worse than me? Still my hunger turns to greed. 'Cause what about what I need? Oh, who's gonna save my soul now?
About 3 more big breaths here. Good deep breaths. I know it's starting to talk to you, but that's exactly where you need to be. Give me one more big inhale. Big exhale. Now come up to your hands. Ooh, let that feel good. All right, I want you to move the block out the way just for a second. Your right hand's gonna stay down. Your left hand comes on the inside of your thigh. Press it away, look past your left shoulder. Still letting your right hip dip towards the front of the room. All right, now both hands come down on the inside of your foot. Walk yourself back so you're putting more pressure back. All right. Start to come to your hands. Move the block out the way. The left hand stays down. The right hand rests on the inside of your leg.
Peaches and the
Look past
mangoes
your
that
right
you can sell for
shoulder.
me.
Let the hip float down.
What do you think my brain is made for? Is it
Good.
just
One more
a
big
container
inhale.
for the mind?
Stay for your
It's a
exhale.
great matter.
Good. Bring both arms down. Let's walk it back towards the center, towards the left side. Remember, kick your left toes out. Straighten to the right leg. Inside the foot comes down.
Just a container for the child.
Yes, we've been here before. Walk your arms forward and then over to the right.
Cotton candy, Majin Buu. Close my eyes.
Notice which side of the groin is tighter. Your groin is connected to the inside of your hip crease, but it's all around that hip joint. So tightness here, you'll sometimes overcompensate by the outside hip being a lot tighter because maybe you're taking more pressure off the inside because it is so tight. Trust me, the body is so interesting and crazy, but it'll get the job done. If you need to walk, it will help you try to walk. It may use muscles that are not meant for walking, but it'll get you there. Take 2 more breaths.
Since it went quiet, then violence.
All right, here's the fun time. Come back up to your hands. All right, bend into your right knee. Bend your left toes back over to the side. Lift your back knee, tuck your toe. And then walk yourself all the way back to the front of your mat. This time, kick your right foot underneath and come down to a seating position. Beautiful. All right. So you're going to take that block. So find your block. You're going to need this. Before we lay down, we're going to lay down with our low back planted securely on the block. So watch me first. I'm going to move my microphone. I come down like I'm setting up for a bridge pose. And all I do is lift my hips, place the block underneath my hips. Nice and simple. So it's like I'm chilling with a block underneath me. Awesome. All right, let's have some fun. So everybody open your feet wider than your mat. So open your feet wider than your mat, like you're wigging them out. There we go, feet wide, feet wide, feet wide. Now, let your right knee dip in. Just your right knee dips in. Keep your left knee exactly where it is. Yes, you should feel the pocket of your pants. That's where you should feel. This is your internal rotator. A different part of your hip that allows you. This is what we were doing. We were laying on the floor. We were lifting our foot up. A muscle here. Just breathe. Keep the left knee going up so it's not a twist, but it's an internal rotation. If you want to bounce the knee, you can. If you feel any tension in your right glute, that means you're exactly where you need to be. And your internal rotators are nice and tight, and it's feeling it in the back side of your body. In the deep breath into your right hip. Got about 3 to 4 more big breaths here. Once again, you can bounce it up and down. You can just lay there. Breathe. Keep the breath going. Keep the breath going. Alright, give me about 1 more big breath. Now, right leg comes up. Ooh, it's gonna feel crazy. Switch your legs. Let the left knee go in. If you need to make any movements that feel good before you change, feel free to do so. Good. If the block is hurting your low back at all, just remove the block and do the same thing on the floor. The block is meant to just intensify it by allowing some more gravity start to pressing down on your knee when you bring it in. Just breathe. noticing the difference in your sides. Not changing anything, but just being aware of what's going on. Our bodies are always talking to us. It just depends on if we want to listen. Give me about like 4 or 5 more big breaths. One more big breath. Always start to lift your left knee up. Oh, you want to windshield wiper your legs from side to side. Oh. Now slowly start to heel to toe your feet back together. Let's come to Supta Baddha Konasana or reclining butterfly. Soles of the feet together, knees out wide. Slide your feet closer or further away to adjust the intensity of the pose. So we just did internal rotation. Now this is external rotation. It should feel interesting because we did so much internal rotation. New breath. Bring your hands outside your thighs, close your knees like a book, separate your feet at distance, slide your heels a little bit closer to you so if you can reach down, you can touch your fingers to your ankles. Now, press into your heels and lift your butt off the block. Keep your hips lifted, remove the block and place it above your head so it's out the way. Keep your hips lifted. Press your knees forward. Keep the low ribs in, but still lifting up the hips a little more. One more big, juicy inhale. Exhale, slowly come back down. Oh, that felt good. Now keep your left foot exactly where it is. Bring your right knee into your right shoulder. So like towards your chest, but then to your shoulder. So slide it out a little bit wider than normal. With your right arm, reach on the inside. Come into half happy baby with the right side. So right arm on the inside. Pull your right knee down to the ribs. If you feel good, you can always wiggle it. You can kind of start to straighten the leg if you want to. You're like, oh, maybe no, I don't. Then don't do that. If you would like to, you can also extend the left leg. There we go. All right, bend your left knee again. We're gonna go for a nice twist. Stack your right knee on top of the left like a fancy man or woman. Arms out to a T. Bring your knees into your chest. Big inhale. Exhale, let your legs float over to the left side of the room. Keep your right shoulder blade on the ground, coming into a supine twist. If this is too intense, you can always uncross your legs and keep your knees right by each other.
Maybe we should just try to tell ourselves a good lie. Didn't mean to make you cry.
2 to 3 more big breaths in. Every exhale, get deeper. Inhale, come back to center. Good. Release the right leg. Sole of the foot comes onto the floor. Add any movements that feel good. And when you're ready, the left leg comes in. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. Left knee comes into the left shoulder. So I'm bringing it outside my chest. When I feel good, I reach my left arm on the inside. Grab on, pull the knee down by the ribs. Try to keep both hips still flat on the ground. If you want to, you can also straighten the right leg. All right, bend your right knee. Stack your knees on top of each other. Arms out to a T. Bring your knees into your chest. Inhale. Let your legs float over to the side. One more big inhale. Big exhale. Slowly come back to center. This time, release your legs. Both knees come into your chest. Happy baby. Sway side to side. If you would like to make it super authentic, go goo goo gaga and just spit up. If there's anything else you need to do to finish your practice, now is the time. If not, take one more big juicy inhale and release everything down to the ground. This is your Shavasana. Eyes are closed, shoulders away from the ears. Take up as much space as you necessarily need and just breathe. Stay exactly where you are. There's no need to change absolutely anything. We opened up your hips. And so a lot of emotions, a lot of things can come up when you're opening up hips. We store a lot of our energy there. So as you're taking the Shavasana, I want you to have a conversation with your body. I want you to have a conversation just breathing and noticing different things. You can stay laying down if you'd like. If you'd like to sit up, feel free to do so. But have your palms facing up in the gesture of receiving, down in the gesture of grounding. Let's take one final big breath together. Big inhale. Open your mouth and sigh it out. Acknowledge yourself for your practice, your mind, body, and breath, each other for your energy. Thank you for letting me guide you. My name is Alicia. The light within me, love, honors, respects the light in each and every one of you. Namaste. Thank you again for letting me lead you in your practice. I hope to see you next time. Other than that, take care of the hips, and I will see you on your mat.